Boom! Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. I hope all is well with you. Now, guys, I'm going to take some time to talk about this movie that just came out last week entitled The American Society of Magical Negroes. You might have heard about this thing. This is yet the latest in a long line of attempts, the never-ending attempts these days at trolling white people. This seems to be this unhealthy preoccupation that Black Hollywood and Black filmmakers more specifically have these days with the concept of trolling white people. You imagine all of the energy that you could put into constructive films, to actually speak to Black people, with Black people. But no, they want to spend millions of dollars trolling white people. But see, I said Black people, but listen, there's a specific type of Black person that I have in mind here. And unfortunately, you heard me talk about this quite a few times, all right? That would be the biracial so-called Black person, okay? This is the reason why I got into it with Director X, all right? Another example of this would be Jussie Smollett, Colin Kaepernick, what's his name? Jordan Peele, who's the other one? There's another one out there too. Oh yeah, your president, Barack Obama. All of these biracial people out here who just love trolling white people, love writing checks for Black people to cash. The ones with the biggest mouths, it seems like. Unfortunately, all too often, that's what it is. And in this case, it's the same thing. You have the writer-director of this movie, Kobe Libby, I think his name is. Never heard of him. Another biracial. He thought it was a good idea to imagine a world in which there is this magical group behind the scenes that try to pacify white people. Because the concept here is that Black people are in constant danger of white people hurting them. And in order to lessen the danger of Black people being hurt by white people, there's this magical group that goes around trying to calm white people down. They exist for no other reason but to make things nice and easy for white people, because they say the most dangerous animal on earth to Black people would be white people when they feel uncomfortable. Hence the joke, the American Society of Magical Negroes. That's so funny. And I think this was inspired by a remark that Spike Lee made back in the early 90s. Back then, he was condemning the condition of Black cinema, where it just seems like there were so many so-called magical Negro characters. Think The Legend of Bagger Vance. I think Shawshank Redemption, Driving Miss Daisy, things like that. So they were talking about that. That's what Spike Lee was doing. But Kobe Libby here decided that he wanted to take it one step further and imagine this in the world. Like, imagine this world is that. Now, I can understand if this might have been a skit or something like that. It might have been unfunny. I don't know. But okay, it's a skit. But this dude wanted to go for a whole movie imagining Black people in such a pathetic state, in such a fucking weak state, that we have to have this magical group behind the scenes that are dedicated to calming white people down. Calm down. Just don't hurt us. Just don't hurt us because our lives matter. Stop killing us. It's so pathetic. That's what I was talking about. Colin Kaepernick wanting to take a knee. Kneeling is a position of submission, and a lot of people went for that. So these people are dedicated to making us look as weak and as pathetic as possible, as you can see in the lead character of this movie. You will never find a weaker looking, like, just pathetic, sad sack of shit than you have as the lead character in this movie. Now, this is not a review of this movie. This is a commentary, because I've had this on my mind ever since I saw the trailer for this. Something about it just rubbed me the wrong way, and I've been going over it because, guys, I don't just like to go off the top of my head immediately, okay, even though I don't work with a script here. You can tell, right? All the blah, 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 right? But it rubbed me the wrong way. And I was thinking about this. The American Society of Magical Negroes, dedicated to making things easier for white people so they don't hurt us. So this guy decided he wanted to imagine this in the whole world, right? Look around. This is what this world is, right? So I'm thinking to myself, could this be the condition of the world, that we would actually have something like this? So I'm thinking about it, right? I'm looking around in the world, and it seems to me that I'm seeing almost the exact opposite. When you see black people, now I'm talking optics, okay? Just optics, okay? This doesn't speak to how I feel personally about these individual situations. This is optics, what we are being shown in this world, okay? Just like the movie. The movie is showing us being pathetic. So what is the world actually showing us? The world is showing us, oh, I don't know, black people rioting, looting, committing crimes, being drug addicts, bashing people's heads on the ground until they fucking go into convulsions, asking for handouts, asking for reparations, asking for this, asking for that, health failing, not performing in school. These are the optics, okay? Okay? So, the demand from these people, these very same people who are going through all of this, is what's the government going to do for us? What is there an agency that's going to do something for us? Help us do something for us. So if anything, it seems like the demand is there to pacify black people because we see these crimes being committed. Once again, the optics guys, I already know there's reasons for everything. There's balance of everything. Leave me the fuck alone with this. Let me cook, all right? But we already see that black people committing crimes. We see them doing all types of unsavory shit to the point where people are asking, what good are these people? Do they even contribute anything to the world? If you ask me, they're setting us up for extermination and we're allowing it to happen. But anyway, this is how we come across, right? So if anything, you would think there might be an agency to pacify black people, to make white people actually feel safe, right? To pacify black people so that they don't commit crimes, all right? So when you look at it, right, it's like you take that concept and you turn it around, you mess with it a little bit, right? When you talk about making white people feel safe, right? That's not black people's burden, right? The burden is on white people to pacify black people, not black people to pacify white people. If you look at the optics, now you got to follow me on this, right? Because it kind of gets confusing, even to me, all right? But so the burden is not on black people to pacify white people. The burden in this real world seems to be on white people to pacify black people. So what are white people going to do to pacify black people? I started thinking about that, right? It seems to me that the reality of the situation wouldn't be the American Society of Magical Negroes. It would be more like the American Society of Magical Liberals, because that's what we got. When you go back in time, right? You look at, maybe 30 years ago, Joe Biden, he was a visionary, that man was. He might have been the founder of the American Society of Magical Liberals, because this dude, your current president, right? This dude said that there's a problem. Black people are dangerous. Black people are out here knocking people out. They're committing crimes. I don't know why they're like that. Who gives a fuck why they're like that? But we got to do something about this. So he wrote the preamble to the formation of the American Society of Magical Liberals, and they called it the crime bill, right? So they decided this is what we're going to do, right? We are going to give these black people whatever they need to pacify themselves. If they need a cage, well, fuck it, we'll put them in a cage, right? If they need welfare, we'll give them welfare. If they need abortions, oh, hell yeah, we'll give them as many abortions as they can handle. Kill as many babies as you can possibly handle. This is your American Society of Magical Liberals. Just keep giving them shit that's gonna fuck them up. But it keeps them out of our neighborhoods. You understand? It makes us feel a whole lot safer as liberals. That is more of the idea of what we're talking about. If you want to get real about this, it would be more likely the American Society of Magical Liberals, because they just keep on giving us whatever we need to pacify us, to keep us out of their areas, and to keep us from fucking with them, and to keep us from being empowered. So no, don't give them quality education. Give them excuses. Give them excuses about why they're gonna underperform. No, take away their ability to be I guess, self-aware, right? And to be accountable for the things that they do. No, they can never be accountable for the things that they do. Not the Negroes. No, you want them blaming people. So here's what we're going to give them. We're going to give them white supremacy to blame on everything. It can never be your fault for broken families. It can never be your fault for low education. It can never be your fault for any of that stuff. It's white supremacy. So we will put ourselves in a position of, you can blame us. Blame us. Whatever makes you feel good, just don't hurt us. You can go over there, take all of your ills and your ailments over there, fuck yourselves up, but stay away from us. And they do it all under the guise of benefactor. We're your friends. We're the Democrats. We're whatever you want to call us in politics. Vote for us. You know you're not black if you don't vote for us, Negro. You know, the American Society of Magical Liberals. That's what we're dealing with. A tricky bunch they are. And so they give you all the drugs you can handle, all the alcohol you can handle, all the guns you can handle, all the death music you can handle, and you can find these people. They set themselves up. I say Hollywood. Hollywood is a branch of the American Society of Magical Liberals. The public school system is a branch of the American Society of Magical Liberals. The church is a branch of the American Society of Magical Liberals. Just about anything you can name, guys. You know, the music industry, all of it is fed to these Negroes just so they can pacify them, keep them the fuck away from us. All right. But if anybody steps up and says, no, I want you to do this for yourself. You know, I think you should be accountable, you know, for the decisions that you make in your life. I think you should take care of your children. You shouldn't be killing your babies. That is what we end up calling racist. When I talk the way I talk, I am what is called a self-hater. All right. This is the trickiness of the American Society of Magical Liberals. This is what they do. They turn everything topsy-turvy. You know, they invert everything. You know, do as thou wilt. It's very satanic, if you ask me, because all it does is result in death, not just for the so-called Negro, but also for society, because if any part of society is sick, it infects all of the society. And so we are in a position now where people are asking, what are we going to do about these people? They seem to be totally bankrupt of morals, you know, of standards. If we tell them that you're too stupid to carry a license, they're going to believe it. I can't have a photo ID so I can vote. If you tell them that they're too stupid to pass the test, you have to lower the exam, lower the passing grade so I can have a shot because I can't compete with whites and Asians or anybody else. This is what the American Society or the American Society of Magical Liberals, this is what they would have you believe. But if anybody steps up and says, yes, you can. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can compete. No, you don't need handouts from anybody. That person is supposed to be a traitor, a coon. A very tricky bunch these people are. And so they released this movie, The American Society of Magical Negroes, right? Which is the ultimate slap in the face for black people if you really stop and think about it. Because what they're telling you is that you are so fucking weak. We are so fucking weak as a people that we have to dedicate our minds, our consciousness to appeasing white people so that they don't hurt us, so that they might let us live. Oh, this is the end game of Hollywood. They showed you their true colors with this. And it just dawned on me. I was like, holy shit, that's right. This is what this is. This is the reason why this has been fucking with me ever since I saw that trailer the very first time. Because this is all I've been talking about, guys. And it's unfortunate that you have so-called black faces, well, more accurately, biracial faces, who keep on hitting us with this in Hollywood. Hollywood is not your friend, okay? So when Hollywood insists on keeping us in the slums, in the ghetto, in crime-ridden areas, with broken families, being promiscuous, committing crimes, being drug addicts, getting aborted, when they're doing all of this, when they're race swapping, when they refuse to give us our own powerful characters, but they want to keep on giving us race swapped characters so they can piss everybody else off, in the meantime making us think the best that we can ever be is what they are over there. They're telling you something. They're giving you the truth. If only you could see it. But of course, it's magical. They tell you that if you're a black girl, you're magical. You're not human. You're something more than human. This is the American Society of Magical Negroes. Get the fuck out of here. It's about time we waked up, guys. Or we woke up. We love that word now. Woke. Stay woke, we used to say. Fucking bullshit, man. Well, there it is. All right. So From now on, when I talk about Hollywood, when I talk about the church, when I talk about the public school system, when I talk about the music industry, all of that qualifies as the American Society of Magical Liberals. And you best bet your ass they're not here to do you any favors, Negro. It's about time you got hip to that. There's something to think about. Put that in your pipe and puff it. All right, guys. You can get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about all of this. As always, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. I thank you for your support. I thank you for the super thanks. I even think I'm going to put a Cash App in the link below. All right, that's the comment section, the pinned comment. All right, so sound off. I will catch you guys on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on. The fuck out of here.